What's up, everybody? Welcome to the review of episode 3 of Ishura. I am going to be pointing some stuff out that happened in this episode that wasn't fully explained, or some stuff that may have been left out for one reason or another. So to begin, I want to show this scene right here. Right now, in this scene, Tyran is going to talk about the magic weapon that Dakai has, and I want to explain what type of weapon it was.
その件だってそうだろ。あらゆる攻撃に絶対の先手を誇るラズコートの罰の負け。それも
So, I was curious what type of weapon this was, and in the novel they tell you it's a scimitar. I think it's right.
Scimitar.
Scimitar, that's what it's called, which is just like a saber, has curved blade. Give you some more information here about how it was used in the world history on it. So I just thought that was interesting to know. They don't really, again, the novel tells you what type of blade it is. The anime doesn't tell you. Just a little tidbit of information there for you. But if we go further on, right around here.
欲しい以外のマグはどうだ。確かめる余裕はあったか。
まあね。けれど他にめぼしいものはなかった。
So they pretty much asked him, hey, did you go around looking for more treasure besides the one we asked you for? And he says, yeah, I looked around. I didn't find anything. Now, in the novel, we know the reason why he couldn't find anything was because apparently Alnus, the Star Runner, took everything before he could. You know, so if we were to go back to like episode 3 and we were to look at it and see Alnus coming here near the golem, he arrives in the city. Now, my question was they didn't really explain it in the novel. Did he come and take the treasures before the golem attacked or after the golem attacked? Because we can see in this episode he's clearly there afterwards. So I was just curious because I was under the assumption that Dakai pretty much took all the treasures, or should I say I'm getting confused right now. I was under the impression that Dakai took that cold star, that treasure he got, after or during the golem attacked. So I was curious. I thought he was the reason why the golem started attacking the city and killing all his people. But if that's not true, that means Dakai came after the golem finished his business. So that makes me more curious as who was in the city at the time the golem was attacking, because it wasn't Alnus. It looks like it's not Dakai, because if we were to go back again, we know that Sojiro was looking at the golems here. Look at his smile. Cheeky smile. But we know somebody attacked the golems. If it wasn't Alnus and it wasn't Dakai, who was it? It's a question I want to know the answer to. In any case, continue forward. The next thing I want to talk about right here, this scene. Look at this. Barefoot. No shoes. No shoes. They tell us in the novel ahead of time that he's a guy that doesn't wear shoes. But for anybody that missed this and didn't know that this guy fights and walks around barefooted, well, now you know. Why does he walk around with no shoes? I don't know. Maybe maybe he likes to walk around nature. Who knows? But yeah, in case anybody missed it, I just wanted to point it out. Next one, right here. This thing right here. For anybody that's interested, this is called a braille.
Braille.
And it's pretty much how blind people read, because they can't see, of course, but by using this braille, they can read and communicate through words. So I thought it was interesting that the spies in the city were using this as a secret way of communication, and I'm interested to know if this was brought to this world from visitors. Did the visitors come here and bring this type of information communication to them, or did they develop it on their own? Oh, that was that one. Next one, right over here. That right there, that's Alnos right there. So Alnos and Regnigi were pretty much of the same tribe. And Alnos chose to go his own way and gain strength individually, while Regnigi decided to stick with the flock, because he believed that only the ones that are truly strong lead. If you don't lead, you're not strong. So right now we see like two polar opposite ways of life that people live to define strength. He lives as a solitary figure, believing that he can only believe in his own strength, while Regnigi believes that true strength comes in numbers and leadership. And I wonder, do you guys think only the truly strong lead, or the truly strong stand on their own? And the more I watch this anime, the more I read the novel, the more I am pleasantly surprised by how deep it is. How it keep making you think of the deep questions. In the last episode, we saw the quote that said, "Evil is when you betray your own beliefs." Now we have this right here saying, hey, true strength comes in the form of leadership, not being an individual. Yeah, this story makes you really think deeply. And the next one I want to show you right here. So we see a few pictures here, and it's pretty much showing the destruction of the true Demon King. They don't mention that the true Demon King pretty much destroyed this area here by just passing by. He didn't come and targeted this area directly. He was just passing by. Now, I don't know, maybe was it his aura? Was it his followers? I mean, what caused the destruction here? So it just goes to show how powerful this Demon King was, if he caused all the destruction in this scene by just passing by. And then the last thing I want to talk about is right here.
カーテはどうするんだ。これからもリチアに言い続けるつもりなのかよ。
お母さんはリチアの王様だから。
He says that Tyrant is her mother. But in the scene that I just passed, like this one right here, you see her by herself in this village. Originally, when I was watching this, I had thought that she was an orphan. So when I finally read the chapter of the novel that corresponds to this episode, I find out that, yeah, she was an orphan. Tyrant pretty much took her in and adopted her as her own daughter, and took Renigi in as well and hired him as a guard to protect the skies, pretty much. It all makes sense as to why Renigi is so, how should I say, is so protective of the city. He's not protecting the city because he wants to protect the citizens. I think he has a special connection with the girl right here, and he feels like she's part of his flock, and he feels that he needs to protect her. Because in this scene right here, they're the only two people that survived the Demon King's passing by, you know? Because everybody else in the village of this young girl died. Everybody in Rigniji's flock died. Only those two survived. So I think, or I believe, Rigniji has, or he feels a connection to this girl, saying, you and me, we're the last survivors. We are the only two that survived the Demon King passing by this area. And I think that he just wants to protect her, you know? Alright, so that was pretty much it. This episode did follow the book pretty much 1-to-1. It's just some missing information here and there. Not very important. Overall, I am very satisfied by the fact that they're doing their best to stick to the novel, not try to add anything in to the story or take anything out. Because last thing I want is for them to ignore the work of the author and go their own way. I would hate for that to happen. Alright, that's it. I have nothing else to add. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you can. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.